Let's go to Tuscaloosa. Tyler Booker, the Alabama offensive lineman, joining us now on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. As the parade continues. Tyler, welcome in. How are you today, man?
I'm great. How are y'all? Thanks for having me.
Man, we appreciate you coming on. And we played a cut from you earlier talking about getting that back to that dominant edge on that offensive line at Alabama through a few weeks of camp. Do you see it right now from that O-line?
Yes, sir. I definitely see it. We're still working out some of the kinks as far as technique goes, but the thing that encourages me the most about my group is how intense we are, how we come to practice ready to compete and battle. We go to war every day. So that mindset, we can't lose. The technique and stuff will come, but the fact that we have that dominating attitude every day is what gets me going.
You know, I know after losses, it was upsetting to hear Alabama fans being critical of the team. But was it even more upsetting when you would hear last year that this offensive line just isn't like the offensive lines 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago?
It was a little upsetting, but fans are always going to have their opinion. You know, at the end of the day, we have to control what we can control, and that's us just performing to our standard, that old school Bama way of play, that run the ball down your throat way of play of Alabama. So we really didn't have that last year, but this year we definitely do, with me stepping up as a leader, with JC stepping up even more as a leader, Seth stepping up even more as a leader. And we all came together and said, look, we got to run the ball. In order to be successful, we have to run the ball, and we have to be dominant at doing that, because that's going to open up the passing game for whoever the quarterback is and all of our great wide receivers.
You know, there's a lot of NFL alums that came from Nick Saban in Alabama, and they're in the NFL now, or they're alums in the NFL that played offensive line right where you are now. We always see receivers coming back or on the phone talking to current Alabama receivers. Do the old linemen and you guys, are you guys hooking up? Are they challenging you guys to get back to being nasty?
Yeah, they definitely are. So earlier around the combine and pro day, DJ Fluker was here. He told us some stories about Old Bama and how we just had to have fun. That was his biggest message, just like have fun with it. And he came out to practice a few times, and you could see that he was jumping up and down, like he was ecstatic just to be out there. Like he wanted to get back in the pads. And even earlier than that, Landon Dickerson came, and he told us that we just have to uphold the standard. And I have a personal relationship with Evan Neal just because of the IMG connection, IMG to Bama connection. So he and I talk every now and then, and he just talks about getting back to that standard.
Tyler,
and I feel like we are definitely on our way to do so.
I apologize for that, Tyler. Tyler Booker is Alabama's offensive lineman. He is with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. There's so much talk about quarterback, and I know you see all those quarterbacks. And Nick Saban always talks about the quarterback winning the room, winning the team, winning the locker room. That's the guy he wants to go with. What does that look like to you? What does it look like when a quarterback wins the locker room?
When a quarterback wins the locker room, it's when he gains the defense's respect. You know, when the defense is like, okay, let's be on our P's and Q's. So-and-so is out there now. You know, but that's the thing about this quarterback race. Everybody's getting that respect, you know, and it might sound cliche, but it's a really hard race, you know. But the thing that we have to do as an offensive line is continue to support that quarterback, give him time, whoever's back there, and give him the best chance to succeed, you know. But everybody in that room is really battling together, you know, battling to get better.
You know, I'm not going to ask you a name, obviously, but you're in the huddle, and you can see when a quarterback takes command and gives that eye contact, and he's one of these guys that's really comfortable. I know you guys really don't huddle anymore.
That's true. When's the last time they've been in huddle?
Hey, say you're old without saying you're old. Use the word huddle.
But you know what? You know what I'm talking about, Tyler. With that said, do you think that you have a gut feel of who that starting quarterback might be? Again, I'm not going to ask you a name, but you know, you and JC, and you mentioned Seth, if you guys were sitting around having dinner tonight, do you think you guys probably could figure out who that guy is right now?
Not yet. And that's really not our decision. Our job here is to give that quarterback time and give him confidence that whenever he drops back and whenever he hands the ball off, it's going to be a big play because we're doing what we're supposed to do. But as you mentioned, that look that you get whenever we're in the huddle, only on goal line, it seems, that's real. Like Bryce had that look. Bryce made you feel comfortable. Bryce made you feel like, okay, we're going to win this game because Bryce is back there. And I'm just looking for whoever whoever in that room gives me that look. And we haven't seen it yet, but I see the potential in a lot of those guys.
Which statement is true at this point in camp? Nick Saban chews the ass of every position group, or he chews the ass of the defensive backs more than everyone else? Which is more true? Because he didn't play offensive line. He played DB, and he was really good at it. So is he chewing on them more than he's chewing on everyone else, or is it equal?
Oh my gosh, those DBs, those are his babies. Those are his prized possessions. You know, they can do no wrong in his eyes. So we always, whenever Coach Saban's a little upset, we always get the flack from that. But yeah, there's a lot of great DBs in that room. So he does hold them to a high standard, but that's a running joke on our team that those DBs are his babies. So he always looks out and protects them.
A few more moments with Tyler Booker. So who's more intimidating, your high school coach Pepper Johnson, NFL great, or Nick Saban? Which one intimidated more?
Oh my gosh. You gave me a good one. So I'll probably say Coach Saban, just because Coach Pep, he and I were really close. I'm close with Coach Saban as well, but Coach Saban, he just goes and goes and goes, you know. But I'm not gonna lie, I like getting him to that point. Like whenever we're in team run and we're beating up on the defense, he's like, what's going on? He'll try to find a reason why we're beating up on the defense, and you know what? It'll just be our day. So I like getting Coach Saban mad. That makes my day.
Tyler, I've spent many summer days in Tuscaloosa. It's the hottest place on earth on certain summer days. So after a long practice, what do you do to relax and cool down?
Right to the cold tub. I head right to the cold tub. We shut our bodies off and really get ready for the next day.
Yeah, those cold tubs are legit. I don't know if you've looked at your old high school, but IMG's in Alabaster, Alabama on August 31st, taking on my school, Thompson High School, who's won like every state championship recently, IMG Thompson. You've got a freshman, you got Tony Mitchell on the team. Will there be a bet, IMG versus Thompson? You know, ice cream sandwiches for the winner or something? Will you guys get together and talk a little smack?
They got NIL now. They don't need the ice cream sandwich. They think about hard cash.
Yeah, Tony and I have been talking a good amount of junk. And actually, me and some of the IMG guys have been thinking about going to that game if we have the time, just because we love giving back, and it's always great to see our coaches and some of our former teammates, and then somebody that I'm really close with, Ellis Robinson. He and I actually grew up together, so to be able to see him play before he goes off to college, that'll be great. But yeah, we've been talking junk since the schedule came out.
So you think you have a chance, is what you're saying?
It's funny that you guys think you have a chance.
I love it.
Yeah, don't get distracted driving past all the state championship banners on the way into the arena.
Just be lucky you don't have to see our national championship banner when you come to Bradenton.
I think you took the L there, Jimmy.
He's bigger than me. I'll back out.
Yeah, I would. All right, he's a nice guy, though. He is Tyler Booker, Alabama offensive lineman. Tyler, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of camp.
Thank you so much. See y'all soon.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Thompson by a million.
Oh, thank you, Tyler. Tyler Booker with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline.